Hello everyone, this is Lydia. So I have some altered clothespins that I'd like to share with you today. I went over to Walmart and purchased a bag of bare wood clothespins, and I'll show you what I've created. So the first one is kind of like a clipboard, and I altered one of those paint sticks, paint stirrers, whatever you call these things. And for this project, all I did was add some book pages. I Mod Podged it onto the stick. And I used some vintage photo to distress it. And then for the pins, I just stamped them with a script postage stamp. And then I added some vintage photo to the pins. And then on each one, I added a little white rosette, a little white button, and then I fashioned some leaves out of some crochet trim. I just cut it into the shape of leaves, and then I added some burlap. So I didn't add a chain or hooks or anything on this. I'm probably going to attach it straight onto my wall and use it to hold lace fabrics and maybe some ribbons. It'll be like a little catch-all. Okay, and then for these I used, this is Graphic 45 Ladies Diary. And all I did on these was I added the paper. I gessoed the clothespins first. And then I added a bit of lace, tiny flower, and a punch out using a Martha Stewart leaf punch. And then on this one I added a charm. I have a key and some tulle. And this is a Sizzix die that I used to hold my pins. And I just added some pretty papers from the Ladies Diary, and this is the back. And I used some vintage photo on these. And then I'm going to just put them in a new baggie with a small paper bag and some butterfly punch outs and add a topper. So that's the first set, and I used different collections. I thought it was more fun. This one is Prima's Tea Time collection. And on this one I added some flat back pearls. I painted these pins. I can't remember the paint color, but if you want to know, just post a comment down below. Painted the pins. Then I added my paper. I have flat back pearls. This piece I received from Karen, JB Lady Scrapper 48, and she had added some paints on here. And I think she Mod Podged it because it's shiny. And then I have a Martha Stewart butterfly punch out, some bling. And then I did a little charm here with some tulle. I have a teapot, if I can get it turned around. Cute little teapot charm, and then a little pink gem on this one. And that's the back of the pins. The next set is Prima Lyric. Thank you, Daisy, for the papers you sent me. It looks like this, and on these I gessoed the pins, and I used some black soot to distress. This is a little doily, a little flower doily that I received from Karen, and then I have a little metal clock charm, and I just added some whitewash. Flat back pearl and slider, and then here I have a Prima Woodsy butterfly, and then on top of it I punched out using the Martha Stewart butterfly punch and bling. And then this is the back on this one. And then to go with on this one, I altered a bottle cap. I just punched out the image and added glossy accents, and then added some pretty beads. This one is in the shape of a rose. So that goes with that. And my next set is, I wanted to make one to go with this little paper bag card that I created. And this is a Prima Ladybird. So these are the pins, and these I attached directly onto the paper bag, the tiny paper bag. And I just also used some gesso on these, and I just added some bling. And then this one has a little butterfly charm. And then these are the backs of the pins. The papers are really pretty. And then also to go with, I made a quick flower using some lace. And I have some pearls, a little white rosette, piece of applique, and then I have a Julie the Paper Bag Lady doily as my base. So that goes with that. And then my last set is using Graphic 45 Songbird. These papers are so beautiful. Now these clips I painted in black. And then here I have a metal piece, and I just added a flat back pearl an image from the collection with the pretty birds. That's a button that went well with the collection. I have another button here. On this one I added a charm. I have some black lace and then this beautiful fan and this gorgeous bead. That's the back of that pen. And then I think I have another charm. Yeah, this one has a charm. This one has a little flower. And then this is the back of these. Isn't that pretty? I love this paper. So that is my share for today, ladies. Thanks for watching, everyone. Post a comment if you wish and subscribe. Have a fabulous day. I hope you got some ideas on how to alter your clothespins. Bye.